Hello aspirants, welcome to La Excellence. Welcome to the session on Current Affairs for Beginners. In this session, I am going to tell you about the terms, concepts, schemes and institutions that appeared in today's newspaper, that is 19th June 2018. Let me give you the answers for yesterday's questions. The first question is, consider the following statements with regard to bank nationalization. Bank nationalization was done first time in Indian history in the year 1980. This was wrong statement because for the first time in Indian history, bank nationalization was done in the year 1969 during Indira Gandhi's government. So this statement is wrong. And the second statement is, bank nationalization is intended to provide social justice. As this statement is correct, so the answer is B2 only. And the second question is, which of the following statements is correct? The first statement is, National Composite Water Index is released by Ministry of Water Resources. This statement is wrong since it was released by Niti Aayog. And the second statement is, National Composite Water Index is measured in 9 different areas with 28 indicators. So this statement is correct. And the third statement is, states are not part of the measurement of this index. No, this is wrong statement because they are part of it. So the answer is B. The first article is, Chief Justice of India has to name his successor. In this article, we have to see about the Chief Justice of India, who appoints him, what are the qualifications for appointment, oath or affirmation, his tenure, and his grounds of removal. As per Constitution of India, Chief Justice of India is appointed by the President after consultation with judges of Supreme Court and High Courts as President thinks necessary. And from 1950 to 1973, the practice was to appoint the senior most judge of the Supreme Court as the Chief Justice of India, though it is not mentioned in the Constitution. And sometimes this was violated. That is, in 73, A.N. Ray was appointed as Chief Justice of India by superseding 3 senior judges. And again, this was repeated in 1977. M.U. Beg was appointed as the Chief Justice of India by superseding the then senior most judge. And this discretion of the government was curtailed by the Supreme Court in second judge's case, that is in 1993, where Supreme Court said that senior most judge of the Supreme Court should alone be appointed to the office of Chief Justice of India. And what are the qualifications to become the Chief Justice of India or any judge of the Supreme Court? He should be a citizen of India, firstly. And the second thing, he should be the judge of High Court for 5 years or advocate of High Court for 10 years. And he should be distinguished jurist in the opinion of President. And remember, here in the Constitution, there is no mention for the minimum age for appointment of judge in the Supreme Court. And the next thing is oath. For any person to be appointed as a judge of Supreme Court or before entering his office, he have to make an oath before the President or any other person appointed by the President for this purpose. And tenure. Constitution per se has not fixed any tenure for the judge of the Supreme Court. However, it makes some provisions in this regard. The first thing is, he holds office until he attains 65 years of age. Any question regarding this age will be determined by the authority that is appointed by the Parliament. And he can resign his office by writing to the President. Remember, it is President. And he can be removed from his office by the President on the recommendation of Parliament. And the judge can be removed only on 2 grounds. The first thing is proved misbehavior and the second thing is incapacity. Based on these 2 grounds, the Parliament with special majority, that is, majority of total membership of the House and majority of not less than 2/3 members of that House present and voting, will support the removal, and the President issue the removal order after this address by the Parliament in the session. And the second article is World Health Organization releases new global classification of diseases. In this we have to see this World Health Organization. This organization works with 194 member countries and it was constituted on 7th April 1948, and now we were celebrating this day as World Health Day. And this organization works with a commitment to achieve better health for everyone and everywhere. And the primary role is to direct and to coordinate international health with the collaboration of different international institutions like United Nations and different civil societies and different foundations and research institutions. And how this World Health Organization get the funds? This is through assist contributions and voluntary contributions. Assist contributions are the dues that country pay in order to be a member of this organization. The amount each member state must pay is calculated based on the two criteria, that is country's wealth and country's population. And voluntary contributions, as the name suggests, these are the voluntary contributions that comes through member countries or any other groupings in addition to the assist contributions. And the next article is Chinese envoy moves trilateral with India and Pak. In this article, we have to see what is this organization called Shanghai Cooperation Organization, when it was started and who are its member countries and what are the functions of it. It was started or it was signed in 2002 and came into force in 2003. And the member countries are Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, India, China and Pakistan. Remember, Turkmenistan, which is a Central Asian country, is not part of this organization. India and Pakistan, both the countries are members of this organization, and along with this, these both are also present in another organization called SAARC. Sometimes the questions will be like this: India and Pakistan are member countries in only one group, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. This is wrong, since in SAARC also they are present. And the organization has three pillars, that is, it works on economic cooperation, political cooperation and security cooperation. The next article is a novel initiative to conserve Devrais in Western Ghats. In this article, we have to see what is this biodiversity hotspots. This is a region where the prime location for the existence of rich biodiversity. That is, this is a region of rich biodiversity, and this is the region where it also faces threat of biodiversity. And this is the region where it needs immediate and constant attention to survive and thrive in the future. And there are total 35 biodiversity hotspots that has identified, and most of these hotspots are present in tropical forests, and 2.3% of the land surface of Earth is represented by these hotspots, and it also comprises 50% of the world's most common plant species and 42% of terrestrial vertebrates. The concern is biodiversity hotspots have been losing 86% of their habitats, which are still on the verge of extinction because of climate change and human interactions. And in particular, we consider two criteria to identify biodiversity hotspot. The first thing is it should comprise at least 1500 or 0.5% of the world's total plants which are endemic, that is native to that particular place, and it should have lost greater than or equal to 70% of its original habitat. Only 30% or less than 30% of its original habitat should remain. And there are 4 biodiversity hotspots identified in India, that is Indo-Burma region, Eastern Himalayas, Western Ghats and Sri Lanka region and Sunda Islands. And the next article is The Spirit of Sentosa. In this article, it was saying that South Korean President Moon Jae-in was worthy for the Nobel Peace Prize for his skillful diplomacy related to North Korea. And there were three things which kept unresolved for so many years, that is Israel-Palestine issue, Kashmir issue and the North Korean issue. Now there were de-escalation of all the tensions in the Korean peninsula because of his diplomacy. In this contest, we have to see this Nobel Peace Prize and to whom this is given and who are the Indian recipients of this. We have 5 Nobel Prizes, that is for chemistry, for physics, for physiology or medicine, for literature and the Nobel Peace Prize. These 4 were given in Stockholm. Only this was given in Oslo City Hall from 1990. This was given to the people who have done the most work for building fraternity between the nations, or for the abolition of standing armies, and for the holding and promotion of peace congresses. Up to now, 3 Indians, Mother Teresa, 14th Dalai Lama and Kailash Satyarthi, got Nobel Peace Prize, and recently the organization called ICAN, International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, got Nobel Peace Prize in 2017 for its work to achieve a treaty-based prohibition of nuclear weapons. Next article is Heart of the Matter. In this article, we have to see what is this National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization. Why this is in news? This is in news because of the controversy that only foreign patients are given more importance in donating organs when compared to Indian patients. But the counter argument is that particular organ is suitable to foreign recipients than Indian recipients. In this contest, we should know what is this organization and what are its functions. This organization is established to maintain the national registry of donors and recipients of human organs and tissues under Transplantation of Human Organs and Tissues Act 1994. So we can call this as statutory body. And the functions of this is to maintain the registry of donors and recipients. And the second function is to spread awareness about the organ donation, the retrieval and transplantation, and it will coordinate with large number of NGOs to do this work, that is to spread awareness. So we should know here one thing, it is a statutory body and the functions are to register and to spread awareness. And the third thing we should know here is health comes under which list? It comes under state list. So Government of India provides under National Organ Transplant Program some regional organ tissue transplant organizations or state organ and tissue transplant organizations, and every institution like AIIMS should have such facility in their institution. Try to answer today's questions. The first question is about Chief Justice of India. The first option is, according to the Constitution of India, the senior most judge of the Supreme Court will be appointed as the Chief Justice of India. And the second option is, the Constitution has not fixed the tenure of a judge of the Supreme Court. And the second question is, which of the following is not recognized as the Biodiversity Hotspot of India? The Western Ghats, Gangetic Plains of India, Indo-Burma region, Eastern Himalayas. Thank you.